And welcome back. On today's episode, we are going to come over here and make ourselves a blacksmith shop. Not that big of a deal, just decided that I was going to go ahead and level it out. I planned out how big it was going to be, and I noticed that the average was roughly about the same height as what I was already using. So yeah, not a big deal. Just decided to go ahead and level it out. I won't always be doing that. Take for instance over here. This house is planning on having a garden, but the average is actually at this height. So I'm probably going to cut away this and then put it over here. It'll give it a little bit of an interesting split level on it, but I still think it'll look pretty nice. I did find out that the spot over here was not going to work just fine for a house. Well, for the blacksmith shop specifically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold off on that one until those can grow and I can cut off the saplings. And then I will, in the meantime, put the smith over there. And we need a potter. So I'm going to put the potter over here. Afterwards, we will put another house over there. Okay, with that being said though, let's go ahead and see what we have supply-wise and start working on this. Okay. So I'm thinking I'm gonna use an awful lot of gravel. I could use the same dolomite bricks, but I kind of want to find out how much dirt we have of this phyllite dirt once we switch out the gravel first. Also, if I recall, let's go ahead and grab some hickory logs so we can work on that. Just basically build some outlines. Actually, no, I want the has to be a little further advanced. Yeah, I want it to come even with the road. It's right there. And then I want it to be 5 wide. So that should be there. That should be there. Okay. It's gonna be the house of the blacksmith. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Stall for the horse. 2 wide for the entrance. There. 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 Yeah, and there. So we'll have the door for the smith here. That'll be a solid wall. We'll find out how high it goes. We might go ahead and block that up with actual planks for a wall instead. A little stall for a horse at the entranceway. Then we are going to want to those there. That looks a little odd. So I don't know. Maybe we should break it up a little. Yeah, I'm thinking that roughly about 4 blocks is going to do just fine. Good, I did count that correctly. Then we're gonna want one over here too. Maybe here. That might look good. Maybe we'll do that. Spacing these out is a little complicated because I have to keep in mind that I'm going to be putting actual forge out here. And yes, I'm going to do it open air this time. I don't know, maybe... maybe there. Let's just find out if that's going to work. Yes, and... yeah, that should work there. That's lopsided, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe we can have something over here. Have a little shed going on. A little walkway. I think that'll look nice. Or is that why I had that? You know, that is exactly why I had that there. Because we're gonna have another structure over here, and otherwise this wall right here is gonna interfere with it. So I don't want that to happen. So we had to move it in. It's a shame, but it's just gonna have to work that way. It still looks nice though. Okay, let's pop these up a little higher so that we can start actually making walls and start actually seeing how this is going to look instead of just guesswork. So we're more or less just going to dig out some of this dirt where the walls are going to be. Well, not where the walls are going to be, but where the walls are not going to be. We're going to leave, obviously, the house part alone. That's going to have its own floor. But we're gonna basically dig all this out and replace it with cobble. Gravel, not cobble. And I will talk to you when that is done. Okay, and we are back. I'm running out of gravel here, so I'm going to need to find a way to collect more. But as you can see, there's the entranceway. These are going to be 2 stalls for some horses. And I'm going to fill in this area over here, this pathway, and I don't know, I might do something different here, but I'm at least going to fill in this spot and this spot with gravel. With that being said, I'm going to grab more gravel, and I'm going to grab some hickory trees and wait out the night. I will see you later. And welcome back. Okay, yes, I have grabbed some gravel, and I've grabbed some wood, and I've gotten the basic frame of it done. Just the basic part right now. After removing all this dirt and replacing it with gravel, and yes, there's some areas I left untouched. I'll go into that later. I noticed that I'm extremely lopsided on dirt. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and make a bunch of these right here and use those as the wall. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and lay these out. They do need to dry before we can do anything else, but it's going to go over here. I'm gonna see about maybe putting up a temporary block through here, because what's supposed to happen is we're supposed to have basically the forge and the... Oh. Little bugger. Get out of here. I'll pull my knife on you. Does that have a use? No. Okay, it doesn't. Anyhow, I need to make a little barrier here to make sure skellies and zombs don't get through. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to go ahead and all these different spots over here that are empty, I'm going to use the bricks on. And I'm going to build the... I think I'll actually build most of the house on camera, so I'll just finish up the courtyard. And then I'll come back and we'll build the house together. Okay, so talk to you soon. And welcome back. Okay, so I went ahead and installed those sides. The firelight does look a lot like the dolomite. It is a nicer, lighter shade. Doesn't conflict so well, so much with the hickory. So I kind of like that actually. But still, it's mud bricks. It's a very cheap, inexpensive building material. Why did I take that up? I was actually going to put that there. Anyhow, I put those there, and I still have a few that are still drying. But I figured this would be a great time to get you guys back on here and start laying out some walls. One thing I like to do with all of my builds, regardless what it is I like to frame things. And I also like to figure out where people are going to be eating. So, I think this right here is going to be the door. It just makes more sense than over here. But let's try over here and find out. Yeah, it just makes more sense for it to be over here. And we'll put a few more there. Which means if they're coming in here, they are going to be looking at... We could either put the stairs going this way, or we could have the stairs going this way. Don't really know. Thinking the stairs going that way would be good. Then they'd be sitting over here to eat. But then they'd be fixing their food here. That's not what I want. So if they sit here and eat, they could fix their food here and the stairs could go up. Yeah, so we'll put the stairs over here. And we will put the largest window right here. I don't really see a point in having a side window over here. Really don't. And I don't really see a point in having a window here. I don't know, I might put a window on this side. I don't really see a point though. Actually, yeah, I do. I can keep an eye on seeing if the bloomery, the smelter, and the forge are working. Or if they're done. I guess I could see a point in having a window there. So yeah, we'll put a window on this side. We'll put a little bit of a larger window over here. We'll wall that in. Put some here, wall that in. Make a second floor. And move on with life. In the meantime, though, I think it might be time I showed you tool racks, which are incredibly useful. I have some tool racks over here. Not sure if you can put that on there, but we'll try. No, okay, you can't. Well, we'll store that with us for the time being. We do not need to be carrying our pickaxe on us. just kind of a dangerous thing to do. For the time being, yeah, we'll keep the saw on hand. Let's go ahead and make some fences, though. Now, the way you make fences is you take some planks and you take some logs. If I recall, yep. So basically, you are framing your fence with your posts. Your posts are on the outside, and then the actual material is in the end. We'll just put those there for the horses. I don't know if there's going to be another building over there. I'll decide that in a minute. I need some more hickory if I'm going to make more fences. Of course, it decides to rain the moment I start the recording. Absolutely bloody great. Okay. I don't know, because we have room over here to do something else. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, it's not much room, but we could put another building over here, or we could even have an entranceway for like a dock. That sticks out by 2, so let's see how much clearance we actually have over here. Yeah, you know what? No matter what, we're gonna have room for that to stay as fence. Get the horses a little bit more of a view. So we will put some fences there. We'll put some fences here. These dried. Thank goodness. Okay. They dried before it started raining. Trying to finish up this episode real quick. I've been recording for roughly about 2 or 3 hours now. And I do have other things I need to do, so I'm trying to get you guys something to actually stare at instead of, you know, sitting here and watching me do a lot of nothing, because I tell you, watching someone do a lot of nothing is not very exciting. So we'll leave that like that. We'll wall this up. Put a window here. That will be great. Okay, and we could just build up. We do need more hickory before we build up though. Tell you what, let's go ahead and find out how many blocks are missing from that roof. Go fix up that roof. Possibly make a table and chairs. That'll be something nice inside that we can work on instead of having to stand out here in the rain. So we got 2, 4, 6. We got 12, 13 blocks. That needs to. No, this one right here needs to get walled up. So that's 16 blocks. A total of 8 logs. How am I going to do that? I guess let's go with this for the time being, because I know that these are going to go up here. so we need one more like that. And we are going to need the rest of these regular. This one was the vertical. Yep. And this one you're not going to use Sienna, so you really should be collecting this stuff. Okay. With that being said, this side over here should actually stay as, I guess, the side you can see out of. Problem is, this is, it is still kind of a regular private house, so they aren't really going to have enough money to constantly make a lot of windows. So I don't know. I don't know what we want to do here. Their economic status does not allow them to have much in the way of windows. I guess is the long and short of it. So I definitely want this one. That's the one they're gonna sit and stare at. We do need some more sequoia before we can make a table. Tell you what, before the sun sets completely, let's go grab some. Oh, you know, I am out of food. Awesome. Let's go grab some more sequoia logs. Go make a table. Fall anywhere we can get it. Of course not. We have to remove the whole bloody tree before we can get any of it. We'll come back and take care of that later. For right now, I think it might be a good idea if we get inside. Which thatch do I have? Could I do a quick roof over the other? Lights going on here. Seriously? This is my fault for walking around like that, so. It's kind of decent. I guess we could work on the floor in here, but right now, I'm more inclined to work in the other building. We should at least get one axe and fix that log we accidentally placed. Oh, so I got some more ore, so I'm going to be throwing that in the pit kiln. Don't really want to use sequoia logs for that, as they don't regrow. Any and all uses of a non-renewable resource should be strictly well managed. It's raining so much I don't feel at all guilty about it. Oh, forgot to mention, if you right-click on a large vessel with a jug or any other drinking thing, you can take water out of it. Conversely, if you right-click with a full vessel, you can add water to it. Okay, so let's think about this. We want to get a table. grab some of these. Grab a little bit more. A little more. That should do. Okay. Now, if I recall, it is 2 sets of the block of planks on the bottom for the center piece, and then some lumber on top. So it's sturdy in the middle, and then kind of light on top. And that should get us MacLeod's tables that we can place right here. It's not bad. But you know what it's missing? It's missing some chairs. There's the backings for it. Okay, here we go. Oh, it needs cloth. Nice. And we don't have cloth. Snap. That is going to be impossible for us to do until we get either some sheep or we kill enough of the spiders to actually do it. That's okay. Well, we can get tables, and the tables do look nice. Maybe we'll light it up a little bit differently. I could if that wasn't there, but it is. I can't do that because it's buried right there. Maybe I'll put it right above. Yeah, that's pretty well lit. There's no real point in lighting those. Let's find a more efficient way. Maybe here. It's well lit and it doesn't use as much torches either. As many, whatever. English good. No, actually, English not good. English is the only course I failed 3 times in. But it did not defeat me. I eventually went back and passed, and finally got a college degree. Now I'm just waiting on doing more college, so I can get something higher. And yeah, the game's reminding me that I have not eaten anything. Oh, by the way, we did find a spider. Killed it. I could make a fishing rod with that. That would help with the hunger a little. But I was kind of hoping to hold out and get a bow. Bows are a lot better than javelins. Don't quite know what type of wood we want to use as a floor in here. I would like a wood floor as the base level. A blacksmith, you know, they should be a little bit well off, if you would. A little bit better off, I should say. Yeah. Anyhow, I don't really have all that much more to really show you or do with you today. So I'm thinking I'm going to put these in here, and I will probably light it up sometime between now and next episode. Hopefully it stops raining, and hopefully some of these crops come in by then. I don't think they're... Well, my onions are ready, but I'll wait till tomorrow to grab those anyway. Blacksmith is coming along quite nicely. Just needs a bit more work, and it needs me to throw in those forges. That's what I was going to tell you guys about that earlier, and I completely got sidetrailed. I'm putting a forge right here, and then I'm going to put the bloomery right here. That's why this is not walled in, because the forge itself is going to have a wall built onto it, and it's going to be solid stone, not mud. And the bloomery is going to be more or less the same deal. Over here, I'm going to put the smelter. It's literally going to take up this blueprint. I'll probably actually have to knock out this wall right here. Just this one column, though. Just to make room for it, because it's going to need to be properly outfitted. But that's a long way off in the future, so I'm not too worried about it. Right now, it just has a place set aside for it. These are things I can do more immediately. So, yeah. With that being said, I think that is all I'm going to do today. And until later...